Coach, how would you best describe that second quarter?
Defense. Sat down guarded, took away their strengths. We tried to ease our way into the game early. And then once we decided that we wanted to turn up our defensive pressure, our level of focus, I thought we did a really good job there.
You talked about the defensive intensity the other night in Charlotte. To get two in a row now by your defense, what can that do for the team the rest of this trip and then moving forward?
I'll keep saying it, defense and our depth. Guys, each guy contributed tonight, and the ability to sit down and guard and know that's where we're going to get all of our stuff done on the defensive end of the floor. Guys stepped in, holding them to 94 points, but our ability just to sit down and guard and take pride in that.
You've talked so much about playing with pace. Is this sort of a good example of what you guys can do consistently?
I'm going to double down on it. The pace is our defense getting stops to get out and run. Like, as we can continue to get stops, we get out and run. Half of that second and third quarter was our stops to get out and run. It wasn't just that we were trying to blow it up at breakneck speed. We were trying to get out and get stops and then get out and convert on the other end offensively.
Jamal, how is Desmond's adjustment offensively to a new team going?
I think we just talked in the locker room there, and he's just enjoying being around a group of guys that, they embrace him. His leadership, his voice, his communication with these guys has just been absolutely fantastic. All that he's done for this group, with that level of toughness and leadership, just continues to shine every single game.
And how is he doing in terms of finding his best shots, and how are his new teammates doing in terms of getting him the ball where he wants it?
I think what's happening with Desmond is that he carries so much weight for what he does shooting-wise. He opens it up for so many other people on that floor. And he's such a selfless player that he's trying to find guys because he knows exactly how guys are guarding him. In pin downs, they're top locking him, not letting him come off screens. In pick and rolls, they're jumping up to the level. And if you see him come off, he's always looking to make the right play, and he does that, which creates other opportunities for others.
The ball pressure of your guards, whether it be Jalen or AB, just talk about the intensity they bring on a nightly basis like tonight.
Well, that's what we've challenged them to do, for the remainder, is just that they've got to get into the basketball. They set the tone for when we start the game off. They've got to get into the basketball, make their guards feel, the other team's guards feel our pressure and our presence, from the beginning of the game.
Paolo and Franz were obviously dominant tonight. Just talk about their performance.
They were very, very aggressive, very efficient tonight. And I just think they continue to just grow, and they continue to get better, and they continue to get their feel and get their legs underneath them as the season goes on. But that's what we've asked them to do, the responsibility of not just scoring and putting guys in the right position, but also, taking care and the assist level, the attacking the basket, defensively sitting down and guarding their particular matchups.
What do you see from Franz's confidence level from three?
Franz continues to work. I think that's just who he is. He's a constant worker that just understands exactly what he needs to do for this team.
How is Jalen has a well-earned reputation for being as gritty as they come on at the point of attack on defense. Now that he's continuing to knock off the rust from missing 7-8 months, where is he at in terms of his defensive physicality?
I think he's still continuing to find it. He turns up on plays, gets it, like you just talked about, getting into the basketball, turning the guards over, making them feel his presence. I think he was working on C.J. McCollum to start the game, and I think he did a very good job there. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
What changed in that first half? You guys were neck and neck, and then all of a sudden your team had pulled away.
Yeah, I thought we stepped up our defense. We're really physical. Kind of took them out of their stuff, and we're able to capitalize in transition.
You guys don't care about the scoring as much as you do the result, but what do you think is more important, the 125 points or holding Washington to 94?
Well, like I just said, I think they're obviously connected. Getting a lot of easy ones after good stops. And I think for our group, offense is more important. I think obviously the way the season started, we need to improve on defense as well. But I think long term, I think that's where we got the biggest room for improvement.
And what makes you conclude that?
Just seeing how we played the last couple of years. You know what I mean? Obviously figuring out how we can best play together, now adding some pieces to it, and everybody obviously coming better back from a good summer, and but I think just pretty obvious when you look at last year.
This was the second game in you and Paolo's careers where you both had 20 points in the same half. How easy was it for you out there in that second quarter especially, and what did it just feel like having that type of flow?
Yeah, it was super fun. Like I said, I think we played really fast in that second quarter, and me and P got a couple easy ones in transition, and we were able to get in the paint and make plays there. And it starts on the defensive end for us as a group, but obviously super fun when you go on a run like that.
You guys have talked so much about playing faster with more pace. Is this one of those examples where when you get stops and force turnovers, you guys can pretty much control the tempo here?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, it's not going to be every night like that, and still finding ways to have a good pace to the game, but I thought it was really good today.
Franz, when Jalen Suggs is at his best defensively, how does that change who the Magic are and can be?
Yeah, I think he's an X factor for us. I think just the way he pressures the ball. I think he makes a lot of really impressive plays off the ball, which is kind of unusual for a guard, and I think sets the tone. Obviously, we see all four that are kind of closer to the basket see when he starts the possession with pressure like that, and I think he sets the tone for the whole team.
When was the last time you've seen a guard who's able to fight over a screen as well as he can do?
Yeah, I think he's one of the best in the league at it, and like I said, I think there's a couple guys in the league that put a lot of pressure on the ball and can turn guys a couple times in the possession, but I think he makes a lot of plays off the ball that a lot of the other guards don't do.
How at this stage of the season, a week and a half in, do you feel like you still have an advantage because you played critical games, high-pressure games in Eurobasket? In other words, are you ahead of what your own ramp-up usually would be at this stage?
I mean, I don't know. I played every summer so far, so I feel good mentally, physically, and I think for me it's just important to sustain it, and also obviously want to get better as the season goes on, not just for me but for the whole team. So just taking it one day at a time. Like you said, it's super early in the season, and just trying to learn from every game.
Thank you.